Yeah, there isn't a tip, but I usually do think in terms of what I need to do for Shannon that day. She, as Jim said, she'll text me, even if, and if she knows that I'll be, if I'm out, she might say, where are you? I just got up, no, and then I'll say, well, I'll be home in an hour so that we can, chat or do something. There's set things that I do her juicing every other day, so I have to fit that, I'm conscious of that. I do some of her cooking for her. And then also just spending time with her. When is she going to be up? As Jim said, there's not a typical day. If she's up during the night, then she's going to sleep all day. Sometimes she's up during the day, and then she's still up at night, and it's all different. So we just try to go with the flow, I guess. The first thing is to try to get a good primary care physician who will listen to you and understand what's going on. And as it's not an easy thing for a new person with that diagnosis to readily find a primary care physician. Then I think it's also important to reach out to other people in the ME/CFS community and their caretakers and support groups to find out what is available. You probably won't need only a primary care, but there are other issues that come up, other physicians that you need to see, and some of them may or may not be aware of the illness and just how it impacts your whole life. Our daughter has gone to, she has a great primary care physician, but she's had some success and some failures with, other doctors. It's an optimistic time. It's never a good time to be given that diagnosis, but I think it's important for people who are newly diagnosed to seek out the medical and also the social and psychological help. You say, well, what are you're missing a career. Well, also missing just being able to take a shower, on a regular basis. Washing your hair for Shannon was a big deal, and it still is. For a while, I was helping her wash her hair because putting your hands up towards your head took a lot of her energy. So there's a whole host of things that we kind of take for granted as a person that they don't.
The independence to get up and go anywhere, to go shopping for anything you need at a grocery store or anywhere else. It's like everything takes planning, and it's canceled because you're not good today, and we'll try again a couple days later, and that doesn't work, and it's always on the back of our mind.
People with this disease need a caregiver because they can't do the basic things for themselves oftentimes, and it's not everybody. There are people who definitely have this disease and definitely have lost things, but they are able to maintain a basic life on their own. But there are those people who have this disease that cannot do the basics. If you don't have the support, then that diminishes your quality of life even worse than what it is with the disease. Going to doctor's appointments would be a big problem if you didn't have somebody who could bring you. I mean, because her doctors are not even in town, so you couldn't even count on public transportation. That's why I think people with this disease in general are at a decided disadvantage if they don't have a support system. And on the other side of the coin, that's one of the things that preys on Shannon's mind is we're not going to live forever. She's got to think about what's going to happen when she doesn't have this particular support system. Those are things that somebody with this disease has to think about because life changes, and the big thing to ask somebody to, help you, not just once in a while, but on a continuing basis. It has to be somebody who's really, close and part of the family.
One of the big things people with this illness find missing is human contact, and if you have it, you kind of take it for granted. But if you were isolated, it's like, I guess, if you were in solitary confinement in a prison, it would be similar.
We need a cure for this disease so that people can have a life. It really does rob the people of their life. For some people, like my daughter, it's kind of all-encompassing their life. Other people, it takes a segment of their life. They're able to maybe work, but they're going to have to sacrifice and not socialize or miss family events because they are, sick. The cure is it's good for the country because the people are not productive. It's on a very basic level, but it's also good for all the people that are losing their lives, that just having life go by without them being able to participate.
But it's way more than being tired. Tired isn't such a small part of the disease. It's the pain from the fibromyalgia. It's the migraines that are constant and reoccurring. There are some people that their whole life is just nothing but agony. And it runs the whole scale. Just because you don't see them doesn't mean they don't exist.